Hello, Jet. I have made it home. Um, it was a long trip. I kind of tired. I didn't sleep too much before I got on the road, about 4 hours. Um, but it's done. And I've been home for a little bit. Did a little grocery shopping. I'm watering the front yard, trying to get it soaked because it is absurdly hot around here right now. It kind of feels like I'm at work. It's pretty strange for this part of the country and this time of the year to be this hot, but it is. What are you gonna do? I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna go over here and start pruning back some of the basil that I planted last time I was home. I wanted to. I don't want it to grow tall. I want it to grow bushy and not bolt, if at all possible. So I think I'm gonna start doing that, and yeah, I'm really not that tall. This club had it had like a recessed area. I guess you'd call it like a pit almost. It was about 12 inches lower than where I was standing, so I had a little bit of artificial help to see over the crowd. Um, yeah, the show was great. It looks like the bassist and the drummer are letting their hair grow out because at first I thought they had swapped places because the bassist had long hair that was braided up, and the drummer had short hair that was looked just like the bassist's hair in the video that they put out for their last EP, the one called Mahal. But no, I went back and looked at the video. No, the drummer's got the what appears to be the same tattoos as the drummer for the video, which means they're letting their hair grow out. And looks like the guitarist's hair is the same length and with the same bleach job going on. So, yeah, I really want that bodysuit. I mean, like if I liked dudes, I'd have been all over that dude. But I just don't think I can. I just don't think I could pull that off. Um, as far as whether or not that used to be a knitting factory, I have no idea where they got the name. It's not like the bomb factory down in Dallas. That actually used to be a bomb factory, or the armory here in Portland. I've gone to see a few plays there. That actually used to be an armory, and I think there's one. I think there's a show space down in New Orleans that used to be part of a United States Mint, like 150 years ago, and I think they actually still call it the Mint, maybe. Um, but they have like a little museum and then a performance space. Uh, the drive was uneventful, although it was really hot, and there was quite a bit more traffic coming back than there was going. But then again, going I was driving at night most of the time, and coming back I was driving in the day. It'd have been nice to drive at night both times for less traffic and cooler weather, but what are you gonna do? Um, yeah, as far as work, yeah, I appreciate your patience. It's just when you go off contract, things get real messed up real quick. Your schedule's probably gonna get messed up. You might even get like Chris. You might get sent to a different rig at some point. They're telling him that he has to go for two or three hitches, like two or three rotations down in Mexico where that rig is, and then he'll be coming back. But we still had a full crew on board. Last time I was there, but I don't think that's going to last for very much longer. They'll start sending people to other rigs or giving them a furlough. Um, Give me a second. I just got a notification from the store. Let me see what it says here. No, not a new notification, just another notification that they already sent me a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, about work. So I don't think they're going to keep everybody. They can send people to other vessels. They can furlough people. Basically, a furlough is where they tell you, "Hey, just go home. We're going to continue to pay you a reduced rate. Just answer the phone when we call you." Or they can just straight lay you off. It just depends. I have a feeling in my position I am not going to get laid off or furloughed or sent to another rig for more than, a couple weeks at a time to, help out or fill a hole that they might need. So we'll see what happens. The last time I was in this position, I was begging to get laid off because they were offering a severance package of 50% of my yearly salary. And I was kind of looking forward to a big old paycheck just to go home and, go work somewhere else. But alas, it was not to be. They kept me until the very bitter end, until finally I ended up quitting. That was 2019. I just got tired of it. The ship does need, I don't think it needs new thrusters. That's the big propellers that are on the bottom. I don't think it necessarily needs them, but they're going to change them out anyway. And they were trying to decide whether it was going to be Corpus Christi, Texas, or Mobile, Alabama, or the Bahamas, or Curacao. And it looks like they have decided on Curacao. So, Curacao is a great place, but, I won't be out partying. I won't be on the beach. I will be able to see the beach, but that's about as close as I'll be able to come. I won't be at the casinos or anything. Just going to be doing work. And they don't let anybody off the rig because people just don't know how to behave, especially these Mississippi boys. And speaking of Mississippi boys, Mississippi is actually not the most backward state of the United States. That honor goes to Idaho, the place that I just came from. Seriously, they're known for potatoes. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe they grow a bunch of potatoes, and that's their main export. But their main import is white supremacists and other random separatists. They have a lot of people up there. They have like their little. They'll go up there. They'll buy a bunch of land. There'll be like a group of them. And then they'll just say that they're not part of the United States anymore. Some of them get their own license plates on their car. They make their own money. They issue their own passports. It's weird, and those are some weird people. But I know people from Idaho, and yeah, they say even the people that are from Idaho are weird, and that's kind of why they attract people from the South to go up there, and where they can just be as openly racist or just fucked up as humanly possible, and they can do it openly without any worry about societal pressures trying to hold it in. I had driven through Idaho once before, but that was the first time I ever actually stopped. Who would have known Boise was a cultural center? But just in that, I parked a couple of blocks away from the club where these people were going to play, and there was a guy walking there who was also parking, and I asked him if he was from there and if that was a safe place to park, and he said, "Oh yeah, man, yeah, I was here last week." Going to this building right here, and I parked here. It was fine. And I asked him if he was going to this show, because I kind of figured that everybody within a 10-mile radius who looked somewhat cool was going to be going to this show. But he said, no, I'm going to this dramatic reading over here at this theater center. And yeah, sure enough, there was a theater center there. And within like that little 4-block area that I was walking around in, there were quite a few cultural touchstones there. Might be the only ones in the entire state, but at least they still exist. And uh, this this place where I saw the band, they didn't have they didn't have seats like a normal, like amphitheater type thing would have. They had that big open pit in the front, and those tickets were really really cheap. And then they also had tables that were up on this little 1 foot tall platform, and I had a seat at a table, and the table had 4 chairs, which is why I was trying to get my friends from the other part of Idaho to come. That way, I didn't necessarily have to sit at this table with some strangers, but they couldn't come. And come to find out, the people who were sharing the table with me, they were cool too. One guy's name was Elliot, the other's name was Patrick, and they both, I think, one of them owned like a record store, and the other one owned some kind of it was like a performance space, kind of like the Knitting Factory was, and they were just over there, not necessarily scoping out the competition, but just enjoying the music. And in fact, the opening band were all employees or former employees of the guy who was sitting to my left at this table. So it was a it was a cool little social circle they have going on there. I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to drive to Boise, Idaho to see somebody play again, unless it happens to be somebody like this again. Um, I just glad I didn't go to the one in Bend, Oregon, because I had thought about going to that one in Oregon, but uh, the reason why I didn't is because I don't know anybody who lives anywhere close to Bend, Oregon, that could have gone with me, and so I picked the one in Idaho, hoping that my friends in Idaho could come and visit, but no, it wasn't to be. But hell, you saw the picture of that amphitheater in Bend that was going to be outdoors. And yeah, it's been really, really hot in the Pacific Northwest right now. And anything outdoors, the sound is just going to be absolutely atrocious. And you're going to be a lot farther away from the stage. And it just has so many negatives that it outweighs the positives. I guess the positives are you can, just sit there and do all the drugs you want and don't have to worry about anything. But yeah, so all in all, it was a good Monday. I'm going to remember it forever, just like I remember all the shows I've ever been to. So it was a nice experience, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to have it. Um, the mescaline is getting bigger and bigger. It is outgrowing. It is outgrowing the garden bed. So I had to put little pieces of wood to get the netting up over, because the netting was actually starting to squish the greenery. And as you can tell, this mescaline is above the top, so I had to put this little 2 little pieces of wood there to hold it up so they could keep growing. I'm not sure how long you're supposed to let it grow before you start harvesting, but I'm going to start harvesting tomorrow, because why not? I'm hungry. I'm not gonna cut any and eat it today. I'm going to be going to bed early today, and so maybe tomorrow. I have some bacon that is currently defrosting, so I'm probably going to cook up some bacon and have a wilted mescaline salad tomorrow. That ought to be fun. Your the pictures you sent me of you in that in that ocean of hydrangeas. Is that how you pronounce that? Hydrangea? I don't know. I have to look it up. I ended up going to the store and getting a small hydrangea myself. It has 2 big blooms going on right now, and then 2 more that are coming. Apparently, they change color depending on the pH of the soil. I think the one I got is pink. maybe blue. I can't remember. And you can change the color by changing the pH of the soil, but I'm not going to. In fact, I haven't even repotted it. I'm going to let it ride for a little bit. That way it doesn't have too much of a shock to its system. And this is a hydrangea I was telling you about. It appears to be pink. I don't know why I thought it might be blue. I think I was torn between pink or blue whenever I was at the store looking at it. So it's looking pretty good. Looks like we got 5 really good blooms and then 2 new blooms that should pop up here pretty quick. Is that the only thing I got? Yeah, I think that hydrangea was the only plant that I got. And I don't know much about hydrangeas, but I know it looks pretty nice, so we'll keep going. Okay, apparently I did get something else. When I got the hydrangea, I thought I had gotten 2 things. I got this thing. I have no idea what it is. It's fat like a succulent. I need to Google and find out what a Delosperma is. But I like the blooms that it has. I need to prune this one, get rid of some of these dead ones, and see what happens. But hopefully all these things are nascent blooms. We'll see. Learn something new every day, I guess. And the African daisies are still blooming pretty good. Even this one over here has a nice looking bloom. And I'm not real sure what's going on with Petunia here, but when I got home from work, she looked half dead. And she still kind of looks half dead, but she has more blooms on her than she ever had. So, you go. As far as your last message where you said you will wait for me, yeah, again, I appreciate your patience. This doesn't happen very often offshore, but when it does, you just really don't know what's going on. You can't really make any plans because things could change at the last minute, as evidenced by the fact that, I went to work last time and they made me come 2 days early, but then when I left to come home, I didn't leave to come home 2 days early. No, I came home just 1 day early, so I ended up doing an extra day of work just because everything changes, boat availability and crew change availability and travel availability. I keep scratching my shoulder because a mosquito bit me right there, and it's pretty nasty. I think I have some topical medication I can put on there, but I've got some incense burning right now, so maybe the mosquitoes will leave me alone today. Although it might be a little too hot for them little buggers. I don't know if mosquitoes have a temperature limit, but it'd be nice if they did. I think I've got a slug problem again. Some of the hostas are showing what appear to be slug damage. So I've got some stuff that it doesn't kill slugs, but it messes with their chemistry so that they quit eating and quit making new slugs, if you know what I mean. And then I'm going to put out some traps around the corners of the property. Apparently slugs are attracted to the smell of malt, so I have some beer, and I'm going to put them in little foil containers. And I did it about 3 or 4 months ago and just ended up with just massive amounts of slugs drowned in beer. I guess if you have to go, that's one good way of going. All right, here's the slug trap. I drank a lot of this beer when I was younger. My liver has not yet forgiven me, but let's hope what happened last time doesn't happen. Last time a raccoon came over here and ate all the slugs and chewed up the aluminum, and he was just passed out over there, drunk. And so let's hope he stays away this time, and hope I catch a lot of slugs. We're coming up on the fall. Fall is rapidly approaching, which means that spiders are coming out of the woodwork around here. Luckily, spiders don't really bother me because they are everywhere. Um, Ones that make spider webs, and then ones that just cruise around. And they never mess with me. And also, every year I put out a trap for yellow jackets. Um, I hate wasps, and I'm not necessarily like allergic to them, but if I do get stung by a wasp, it hurts really really bad, and that part of my body swells up really big. So every year I put out a trap to catch yellow jackets in the spring, and I normally catch a couple of the queens at the beginning, and then quite a few workers at the beginning, March, April. But this year I didn't catch any until 2 weeks ago, and right now that trap is completely full. There's about 60 or 70 wasps inside it right now. So I need to empty that out and put some more little bait. It's like some kind of attractant. I don't know. You had to be real careful when you're putting it in there, because it could attract a wasp while you were doing it, and that would not be fun. They kind of go into a some sort of pheromone frenzy. Well, here's the trap that I said I was going to empty out and put new bait in, but there is still a live one in there, and I don't want to run the risk of him flying out and getting angry. So this will just have to wait till tomorrow. But yeah, that's it. Just a quiet Tuesday around here. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I have a massage appointment tomorrow. And then Thursday I have another meeting with the tattoo artist. But besides that, not a lot's going on. I don't think I have much on my calendar apart from those two things. It is about time for a haircut, and then maybe do something with this vagabond hobo rambling man beard I'm rocking over here. But I haven't done it yet, and I need to call her and get that taken care of. Anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble. I can't think of anything else to say. I've been trying to stay hydrated. I've been refilling this bottle over and over. I think I refilled it 10 times just in the last 2 days. And I do need to do some more garden work around here. I have a few plants that I want to pull out of the pots and put some new soil in, because it's kind of the soil's gotten kind of waterlogged and compacted, and I don't want anybody to get any root rot. And I honestly, I don't understand how Jimmy is thriving back there, because he has had waterlogged soil all year, and I haven't changed out his soil because it's kind of difficult to do, because he just comes right out of the pot, and then he's right on the trellis. So I don't really have a lot of room to work with there. But hopefully the Jimmy seeds that I planted will sprout, and if not, I'm just going to take some cuttings and grow some more. That way they can fill this whole trellis up. As far as that, not much to report on the garden side. It's been so hot and so dry that all the rhododendron bushes that I have around here got real sickly looking, but they're used to that. So as soon as I watered them the day before, or Sunday, Sunday I watered them and they perked right up. They're looking great again, so that's good. Yeah. I can't think of anything else to say right now. So I hope you're having a good day. I don't know what time it is. It is 7 o'clock here, so it's 2 p.m. on Wednesday at your house. Hope you're having a good hump day. Hope you had a good time with your Filipino friends, eating your food and talking about whatever y'all talk about, teaching or home or whatever. I think I'm gonna go put one of those Glass Beams LPs on and turn the radio up very loud because why the hell not? Anyway, talk to you later. I love you. Bye.